The Kigali 2025 World Championships began with drama for Tadej Pogacar. The Slovenian, one of the main stars in the elite time trial, endured a day to forget. Not only did he miss the podium by a single second, but he was also lapped mid-race by Remco Evenepoel, an image that went viral around the world. Pogacar, who just a year earlier had dominated in Zurich with a brutal attack 100 kilometres from the finish, was forced to swallow a bitter pill in Rwanda. Now, with the road race just around the corner, revenge is on the cards. On 28th September, the world champion will defend the rainbow jersey against a lineup of truly elite rivals. Nobody doubts Pogacar is a favourite, but the 267.5 kilometre course with more than 5,000 metres of climbing promises an epic showdown. And in that battle, Pogacar will need to keep a close eye on his biggest threats. The five main rivals of Tadej Pogacar to win the Kigali 2025 World Championships are already clear. The first is Remco Evenepoel. The Belgian has more than earned that right. He was the only man capable of humiliating the Slovenian in the time trial, lapping him on the road and sealing his third consecutive world title. The road race is another story, of course, but with the form he showed, Evenepoel is enemy number one. Belgium also arrives with a formidable army. Ilan van Wilder, bronze medalist in the TT, Thijs Benoot, Tjeerd Uijtdebroeks, Victor Kampenaerts, Florian Vermeersch, Jandro Maurice, and Quinten Hermans. A solid unit that knows its mission perfectly. Work for their leader and carry him as close to gold as possible. Pogacar knows it. His duel with Evenepoel is the clash everyone wants to see, the collision of two giants of modern cycling. But the list of rivals doesn't end there. Ayuso del Toro, Primoz Roglic, Juan Ayuso and Tom Pidcock complete a fearsome quintet that will turn the road race into one of the most open and spectacular editions in recent years. Among the names creating the most buzz ahead of the Kigali 2025 World Championships is Ayuso del Toro. The 21-year-old Mexican has become one of the sensations of the season. With 13 victories so far in 2025 and a historic fifth place in the elite time trial, Del Toro arrives in Rwanda brimming with confidence. What seemed a distant dream just a year ago has now become reality. Ayuso del Toro is regarded as one of the five main rivals of Tadej Pogacar to win the Kigali 2025 World Championships. And it is no exaggeration. His numbers speak for themselves. 4 victories in his last 6 races, relentless consistency, and a maturity that astonishes for someone his age. Pogacar knows he will have to keep a very close eye on his UAE Team Emirates XRG teammate, who for one day will turn into a rival. Their relationship has always been respectful, but competitive too. On long, demanding routes like this, Del Toro's explosiveness and engine can be a dangerous weapon. Kigali, with its 5,000 metres of accumulated climbing, is the perfect terrain to measure strength between champions and challengers. Ayuso del Toro arrives hungry, confident, and with his eyes fixed on the rainbow jersey. Beating Pogacar will not be easy, but the possibility is real. And if anyone has the capacity to spring a surprise, it is the rider from Ensenada. For Mexico, his achievements are already historic, but the ambition does not stop here. Remco Evenepoel himself named him as part of the new generation destined to fight with the very best. Now, in Kigali, he will have the chance to prove those words were not empty praise, but an accurate prediction. Ayuso del Toro is one of the men who could change history at this World Championships. If there is one rival attracting special attention ahead of the Kigali 2025 World Championships, it is Primoz Roglic. The veteran Slovenian arrives with a clear ambition to win gold. Although he shares a flag with Tadej Pogacar, he has made it very clear in every interview. His goal is not to work for his compatriot, but to chase his own glory. And that duality within the Slovenian team turns the race into a real chessboard. Primoz Roglic is, without doubt, one of the 5 main rivals of Tadej Pogacar to win the Kigali 2025 World Championships. We are not just talking about an experienced rider. We are talking about a cyclist who has conquered grand tours, classics, and stages of every kind. Kigali is the perfect stage for Roglic to show that he can still beat anyone. Pogacar himself knows that if the situation allows, they will collaborate. But if Primoz smells gold, he will not give away a single metre. That added tension makes the Slovenian national team one of the most watched. It is not every day you see 2 champions of this calibre wearing the same national jersey. The fans want to see them compete, but they also know that personal pride can be stronger than any temporary alliance. Pogacar is the brilliant present. Roglic is the veteran who wants to close his career with a rainbow jersey in Kigali. The question is inevitable. What will happen if both arrive at the final climb with real chances? Logic says they will help each other. Emotion says we will witness a duel of giants. Roglic has the experience, instinct and cold blood to handle the decisive moments of the race. Pogacar brings the explosiveness and overflowing ambition. Their combination could be lethal for the rest, but it could also open the door to a memorable internal battle. Kigali 2025 may well give us the image of two compatriots fighting shoulder to shoulder for the same dream, though in reality each chasing his own. Among the rivals sparking the most intrigue ahead of the Kigali 2025 World Championships is undoubtedly Juan Ayuso. The rider from Javia arrives in excellent form after the Vuelta a España, where he claimed 2 stages with crushing authority. But what really adds spice to his presence is his relationship with Tadej Pogacar. It was never ideal within UAE Team Emirates XRG, and it completely broke down after the 2024 Tour de France. From that point on, Ayuso was on borrowed time, and the outcome was his departure from the team. Now, as leader of the Spanish national squad, he has the chance to face his former teammate on the biggest stage, the Worlds. Juan Ayuso is one of the 5 main rivals of Tadej Pogacar to win the Kigali 2025 World Championships, not only for his talent but also because of the emotional weight of this duel. Alejandro Valverde, the national selector, has already confirmed him as the team leader of a Spain bringing a strong lineup. Marc Soler, Ivan Romeo, Roger Adria, Raul Garcia Pierna, Abel Boulderstone, Carlos Verona and Carlos Canal will be ready to work in his service. For Ayuso, Kigali will be the perfect chance to show he does not need Pogacar or UAE to shine at the world elite. At the same time, it will be the opportunity to settle accounts with a rider who, according to many, pushed him into a secondary role. Pogacar represents the current pinnacle of cycling, but Ayuso is part of that new generation determined to topple idols. On such a long and demanding course, with more than 5,000 metres of climbing, endurance and the ability to attack from distance will be crucial. Ayuso has already proved he can do it. If he finds the right moment, he will not hesitate to put the Slovenian under pressure. This personal rivalry adds an extra ingredient to the road race. The tension between 2 riders who once shared goals, but now face each other as direct adversaries in Kigali. The final major rival on Pogacar's list is Tom Pidcock. The Brit arrives at the Kigali 2025 World Championships in sensational form, fresh from securing a podium at the Vuelta a España behind Jonas Vingegaard and João Almeida. Pidcock has already proved he can shine on the biggest stages. He conquered Alpe d'Huez at the Tour, won the Cyclocross World Championships, and now seeks to add a rainbow jersey on the road. Tom Pidcock is one of the 5 main rivals of Tadej Pogacar to win the Kigali 2025 Worlds because he combines youth, explosiveness, and descending skills that can make the difference on such a demanding course. He will also have the support of Oscar Onley, another Brit rapidly on the rise who could be decisive in unsettling the Slovenian in key moments. The British team has arrived in Kigali with a clear mindset: to go head-to-head with the greats and dream of a gold medal that would restore the UK to the very top of world cycling. The battle will not be limited to Pogacar versus Evenepoel or the internal duels with Roglic and Ayuso. The race is full of outsiders capable of springing a surprise. Ben Healy, Richard Carapaz, Giulio Ciccone, Quinn Simmons, Matthias Schielmose, or even Julian Alaphilippe. All of them will fancy their chances of sneaking onto the Kigali podium, in what is already anticipated as one of the most open editions in years. The route itself favours spectacle: 267.5 kilometres, more than 5,000 metres of climbing, and Rwandan fans ready to turn every ascent into a cauldron. Pogacar starts as the big favourite, but the list of threats is endless. Kigali 2025 will not only crown the best cyclist in the world, it will also showcase the immediate future of the sport. And there, among the giants, Tom Pidcock will attempt to write his own page of glory against the Slovenian that everyone wants to dethrone.